Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Duck King, and it's time we talk about Gojira. So, I posted my review of the new album Fortitude a couple days ago, and yeah, I've still been cranking that bitch. So Gojira. I listened to them because this is why. That's why I listen to Gojira. It's like, of course I would. You know, why would someone listen to Rush if they play bass? Or why would someone be a guitarist and listen to Buckethead? You know, it just kind of makes sense. Gojira, if I had to describe them in one sentence, would be like, they are the ultimate stank face band. And what I mean by that is like, almost every song, every album has so many moments that just make you go, oh, god damn. Because their riffs are brutal. The drum fills are sick. Just, I can't tell you how many times I have that face when I'm listening to Gojira. Just, oh, god damn, that's fucking brutal, man. But like things usually go on this channel, a new album means we're talking about all of them. So, sit back and let's talk about the 7 Gojira albums, starting with... Unfortunately, the link doesn't have too much going on in it for me, but I mean, I like a couple songs, like Embrace the World, I think is the first song that really captures the style that they would later perfect. Inward Movement has some really cool, I think, super haunting chords going on in it, but most of the album is just lots of low note chugging and just not really that interesting overall. I do think it picks up towards the end though, but yeah, besides those couple of tracks, I don't know. It's alright. And moving on to the debut with Terra Incognita, I think this one is a little better than The Link, but not by a long shot. I mean, I really like Clone, the opening track, rips ass. Space Time, I think the guitars are really nuts in it. Deliverance is easily the best song in the album. I think that song is just tight, man. Deliverance is just super tight, kind of like the Opeth album. But then we have a song like 1990 Quadrillions de Tones, which I don't really know what they were going for that song, but it's just filled with people screaming, and it's kind of trash. That what I would say is the only like actually really bad Gojira song. But other than that, I think the hidden track is actually pretty awesome. I mean, overall it's good, but I think albums have this style that they did in the future, but just done so much better. And moving on into the former newest album, Magma. This is the Gojira that I started with. This is the first album I listened to. I thought, you know, this is a pretty good album, but then once I went into their other records, I was like, wow, this is a heavy-ass band. But you wouldn't really know it from this album, because a lot of it is pretty cleaner compared to the others. But, you know, you still have some exceptions like Silvera, Stranded, which is the first song I listened to. And the chorus riff to Stranded is still probably my favorite riff of the band. It's simple, yes, but I love the way the chords move along. I think it sounds tight. But yeah, you got those two songs, and then you have Pray. That's one of the heavier ones as well. But yeah, like I said, it's cleaner. I would compare it to something like the Black Album of the band, but you know, it still has some heavy-ass moments, and it also stands out from the rest, being like kind of like the black sheep of the group, but the black sheep is still good, you know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, we're moving on. Yeah, this might be kind of controversial, but from Marsius Sirius, I think is number 4 in the middle. I know this is like the classic Gojira album, and don't get me wrong, there's some great songs on here, like the first 2, Ocean Planet and Backbone. Of course, you have Flying Whales, Heaviest Matter in the Universe, and Into the Wilderness. But honestly, after that, I don't know. I just kind of clock out. Not to suggest it's bad or anything. You know, obviously it's number 4. But I think, again, kind of like the previous couple albums, like later albums, they just kept pushing their sound further and further until they perfected it. But I don't think it was quite yet. So yes, then we move on to their brand new album with Fortitude, which broke as soon as I opened it. I popped it off the plastic and it fucking snapped. Which, god damn, these fucking jewel cases are just the worst. But anyway, you know, I talked about this album at great length already. Basically, this album has a lot of great tracks, a couple okay ones, but overall, it's just more pitch harmonics, more pick scrapes, and more fucking amazing drumming. Born for One Thing, Amazonia, Another World, The Grind, Sphinx, all slap. The Chant, The Trials, don't so much, but they're alright, I guess. But anyway, solid album. I think it's just a little bit better consistently overall than from Marsius. That's why it's a little bit above it. But yeah, solid stuff. Let's go on. Not even gonna try to pronounce this one. But this album, I think the opening track is pretty cool. The title track just straight up put a smile on my face because it's like I knew this was going to be a good ass album just from the beginning. I was like, fuck yeah, man, this is going to be tight. And tight it is. The Wild Healer is a little weird because it just kind of cuts off at the end. Gift of Guilt, riffs in it are goddamn crazy. And Pain is a Master just continues with those wild ass riffs. See, like, this is pretty much what I was talking about, where they would later perfect their sound. Like, this is Gojira at almost their best. We obviously have our number 1 to talk about still, but, like, yeah, like, from front to end, this one is just really great to listen to. It just makes you go, god damn, those riffs are juicy. But in first place, we have The Way of All Flesh. You know, you got Toxic Garbage Island, which is just brutal, screaming about a plastic bag in the sea. Yama's Messengers has some pretty hardcore moments, but like not all of it is. All the Tears is fast-paced and just more brutalness. Adoration for None is probably the heaviest Gojira song and easily the best one on the album. Well, one of the best songs in the album. The last few tracks are great too, but then, of course, you have The Art of Dying. I mean, god damn. God damn. Flying Whales is probably my favorite Gojira song, but like, The Art of Dying is like the ultimate one, bro. You know, it has that huge, ominous opening, and then that crazy, brutal midsection, and then that super jammin' finale. Man, yeah, The Art of Dying is fucking amazing. This album is amazing. This is where Gojira perfected their game. You know, they took what they started with, you know, the first couple tracks on the first album, most of from Marsius, and man, I don't know what else to say, man. This album is excellent. Because of all these good-ass songs, it comes in at number 1 for me personally. So there you have it. There is my Gojira ranking. Be sure to let me know what yours is. And as far as what's next for me, Devin still won't put out his fucking new albums, even though they've been done for a couple weeks now. I'm assuming he's working on the movies because there's some videos going along with them. That's what I'm assuming is going on. Bit Bam is still in their mixing phase. So while I have this big open space, I think it's time to unleash my macho project, which I will have a video up in a couple days explaining what's going to be going on in the next month of this channel. So until then, keep on rotting away that flesh. Take those take the magma from the earth, put it on Mars, and then link it to the French word. I don't know, whatever. I'm done. Goodbye.